A very hard-fought fixture. United hoping to build on a fine performance despite their defeat at Ibrox on Saturday, while Hearts were chasing a third straight win. And they could hardly have been heading for a better venue, unbeaten at Tannadice in 8 games, stretching way back to May 1997. Alex Smith decided to stick pretty much with a side which lost to Rangers, just the one change, with young Stephen McConnellogue being given a starting berth at the expense of Tassis Venitas. Craig Levein was without Antti Niemi, who's broken a finger. Roddy McKenzie deputised, while Webster and Fulton replaced Boyack and Simmons. Paul Mitchell describes the action.
Fuller now holds off his man well, might go himself, does so, breaks into the box, he's being held, pulls it across and knocked away by Danny Griffin. Well, it was nice play by Ricardo Fuller. He invited the challenge at the edge of the box. He then skipped into the box himself and drove the ball across. And Danny Griffin was there to knock it away. It's a deep corner. The header back could be a chance for Flogel. It was well read by Griffin. And Steve Fulton again sprays the ball out wide. Maybury against Easton. He could do with somebody coming short, nobody is, gets the cross in, defended by Jim Laughlin. Andy Webster plays it through, Kevin McKenna sees his shot blocked, and then Webster rides the challenge, and Jim Patterson, a judge, just have clipped the heels of the Hearts man, and Hearts get the free kick. Steve Fulton drives it in, there's a chance here! And the header came in, well, he was unmarked, Andy Webster. Paul Gallagher could only just get a touch and put the ball over his crossbar. Charlie Miller goes for the long one. Little flick across, it could work, the hook came in, Roddy McKenzie dropped it. Well, Roddy McKenzie had to watch as the shot came in from Stephen McConnellogue. It was an ambitious one. McKenzie beat the ball down and then rather scrambled to gather it. Maybury just gets enough on to Fuller. Ricardo Fuller, great skill. He's now going to take on David Partridge. He goes down, free kick. And the two men have a chat. David Partridge was just beaten there by the pace of Fuller. Turned away from him. And that was nice play from Ricardo Fuller. Fulton plays it short. Alan Maybury's there. Breaks. Could be a shot for Gary Wales. Gary Wales was given onside. The United players looked in horror as the ball fell to him. And he dispatched it past Paul Gallagher, who had no chance. And Hearts are ahead after 32 minutes. And Gary Wales celebrates his first goal since a double against Dundee in August. McConnell doesn't drag the ball back far enough and Hearts play it away. Gary Wales is aware he's got support. And Thomas Flogel drives forward. Gary Wales has made a run. Flogel will use Fuller. Ricardo Fuller cuts back inside, thinks about the shot, curls it in nicely, but just off target. Well, he's full of confidence, is Ricardo Fuller. Nicely kept in, ball played across, could break from McConnellogue, it did. And Stephen McConnellogue failed to keep the ball down and get it on target to trouble the goalkeeper. Ricardo Fuller gets in ahead of McCunney. Youngsters made a mistake. Ricardo Fuller goes all the way, and Ricardo Fuller makes it 2-0. Well, barely 2 minutes gone at the start of the second half, and Jason McCunney presented the Jamaican with an opportunity, and the form he's in at the moment, he doesn't need a second invitation. He drove into the box and just drove the ball past the goalkeeper, and Hearts are in control.
Hearts on a good run right now, Sandy. That's 3 wins in a row, and generally it's not easy to go to Tannadice and get a victory despite their good run they've had there.
Yeah, that's right. I seen Hearts play last Saturday and they were exceptional against Motherwell, and today I seen highlights of the game coming in, bits and pieces of it, and they really totally dominated the game. They thoroughly deserved their victory today.
They were going through something of a dodgy spell not so long ago. One wonders where this sudden surge in form has come from.
I'm actually scared to say anything about Hearts because as soon as I start complimenting them, they go and blow it again. In fact, both these teams, Dundee United and Hearts, I was kind of expecting big things of this season, and United in particular certainly haven't delivered, but I thought they would have done better. Yeah, Hearts, I mean, Fuller looks a tremendous signing for them. It's a shame they're not going to keep him beyond the end of the season.
Right, we'll talk more about him in just a moment or two, Sandy. There was a little doubt over whether the first goal was offside. A young man, of course, you know very well indeed.
Yeah, Gary Wills. It's, you know, there's a doubt about the whole situation, but if you're a good striker, what you do is you control the ball, you stick it in the back of the net, and then you worry about it afterwards. When you see the ball getting played in there, there's no way he's offside.
No.
He's came across the defender. I think it takes a deflection off the Dundee United player. He's onside, million miles, good first touch, controlling the ball, and a good finish with his right foot. Very talented young player again.
Yeah, he's a player we're looking to see a bit more of. He's had dreadful problems with injury.
He has, yeah, a broken ankle, I think, a bit of time back, and it's taken him time to get back to fitness and maybe get his confidence back. But, you know, today, again, scored a goal. What more can you ask for the strikers?
Yeah. Chick, we'll let you wax lyrical now then about Ricardo Fuller. You've enjoyed him.
Yeah, I mean, it looks, it's a shame, as I said, that this contract's not going to be on. I mean, he's got pace, he's got strength, and he's obviously got great dribbling skills as well, and he knows the route to goal. He just brushes off defenders, two-footed as well. I actually think that was a shot, to be perfectly honest with you, on that particular occasion, but he's not shy, just making a run towards the goal, lay a nice little way off there. You know, good all-round skills, and I think that, you know, this is another victim of Hearts' financial crisis here, that they cannot raise the money to keep this guy beyond the end of the season. He's still very young, you know. He looks as if sometimes, you know, the folly of youth. He just goes at people, Sandy, when you think.
Yeah. He's only 21, and you know the argument is apparently he's available for £1 million. If your Heart's okay, you know you've got financial problems, but he's a hero now for the supporters. If you can raise that kind of money, you'll get your money back. You'll make money on the deal.
And this is the goal. He scored a great one against Motherwell last week. This was super as well. Great confidence and a great finish at the end.
Yeah, you can see, you know, he's quick. He's strong, he's now learned what the SPL is all about. Young Jamie McConney just knocked him out the road there, and as soon as you get into an area where you're full of confidence, there's only one thing you're going to do, put his foot right through the ball, and it's in the back of the net. It's a great finish. Well,
we've been talking very positively about Hearts, and Craig Levine certainly delighted with the way things are going right now.
Yeah, I was exceptionally pleased with the players today. The effort that they put into the game from the first minute to the last was exceptional, and effort isn't everything in games, but in this Premier League where it's so tight, that sometimes it can win you games.
And it won't, Chick, do them any harm getting a result like that. 3 wins in a row going into the Edinburgh Derby at the weekend.
Yes, and as we'll find out before this programme is out, Hibs may have a few more problems for the weekend, but certainly that Edinburgh Derby has been swinging both ways, if you excuse the phrase, as the last few seasons. Well, Edinburgh's like that sometimes, you know.
Dundee United, let's talk just a little about them. It's a real blow to Alex Smith. They've now gone 7 games, I think, without a win.
Yeah, it's a real worry. There's obviously lots of problems behind the scenes there. You know, and Alec is a very experienced manager. He won't make excuses. He won't say that's, you know, the reason why they haven't had a win for a while. But believe me, it has an effect on you, because players will go into that club every morning and they'll say, you know, is the manager still going to be in charge? Who's going to be the chairman, etc., etc. So it doesn't do them any harm at all. The sooner that's finished, the better, so that Dundee United can go on and be the good club and good football team that they are.
Yeah, it looks like it could be a month or two before that is resolved.